Nice. Oh, well, welcome to the light and love that is Unity of Lawrence. Thank you so much for being here in the room with us and on Zoom with us. I'm loving the energy. It feels very, very palpable. Oh, and that reminds me that someone who's relatively new in our midst this week told me that when they have come the first few times, that the peace and love is very prevalent here. And I thought, oh, that's so nice for us to hear, those of us that come week after week, that people are feeling it when they enter the doors even for the first time, and that's what we want. So thank you all for creating that type of space here. So in Unity, we begin everything with prayer. So let's take a centering breath and open to the divine in all of us and listen to this prayer. With full hearts and open minds, we gather today to accept the endless possibilities of peace on earth and peace in our hearts. We acknowledge the existence of pain and injustice in the world. We also acknowledge limitless love and limitless being. We welcome our divine inheritance as co-creators. We know that we are already standing in the light of love, of healing, and of transformation. And so it is. Amen. Our prayer chaplains are trained to hold sacred space and pray for you one-on-one. If there is anything at all to hold in your heart in prayer, we invite you to see Diane after today's service, right up here. Our chaplains will also pray for you during the week. Just fill out a purple prayer request form that's in front of you in the back of the seats, and put them out in the box in the foyer or in the basket, and we'll get them there. All your prayers will be held confidential, and except when you would like to ask for public prayer. And today we have several requests. So one is Jupiter. Some of you may know Jupiter. She's experiencing some extreme circumstances in her life right now. One is health, very complicated health issues, and she might need some surgery. And she has children who would need care during surgery, so figuring out those dynamics. She's experiencing other struggles as well. And so please hold her up in your prayers. And if you can help out, please contact Colleen Riley. Okay, thank you. Another is Betty, our Betty. She's still struggling. She's recovering at home. She was in the hospital, but she is home. But she's working on healing. She's having ongoing health concerns and looking for some answers for some of those. So please hold Betty and Kathy up in your prayers. And also they say thank you so much because our care team sent them some flowers this week and gave them some loving attention, and they really, really appreciate that. So thank you, everyone. And then Cindy Selders also had shoulder surgery, I believe it was, this week, and is recovering at home, doing as good as can be expected, and she wanted us to say thank you for the prayers and the presence of those of you who attended to her this week as well. Okay, I think that's everybody this time. Right now, I want to call up Ash. Ash has been a sound team member for 2 years here at Unity of Lawrence, and he thinks he can leave. I can't believe it. I did not get the memo about this. No, Ash, do you want to share your plans?
I'm going to school in Durango, Colorado, to do adventure outdoor education, and then yeah, that's my current plans. Yeah, I move in on Friday.
This is it today.
Yeah.
So this is Ash's last day. We thank you so, so much, and we want to send you off with a blessing, as only Unity people can do. Yes, let's stand and bless Ash together. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So what does this mean? Now we need another sound team person. So if you have any interest in being trained on the sound board and assisting with Avery and holding that responsibility, some of you are going, I see heads going, no. Like, it's okay. It's okay. But if you do, please see me or Avery or Kathy Moore. Let us know, and we'll get training going for you. Because Avery does a beautiful job, but may not think he can be here every Sunday of his life. So we need someone else. So thank you. Okay, so now let's get to singing. Let's join Holly in singing "If It's to Be."
Let's stand up together. We'll sing this chorus. If it's to be, if it's to be, if it's to be, it's up to me. Nice. And if I seek the truth, let me speak the truth. And if I'm lost in doubt, let me believe. I know I can be the change I want to see. So if it's to be, if it's to be, if it's to be, it's up to me. And if I'm tired and stressed, let me stop and rest. And if I'm feeling hurt, let me forget. I know I can be the change I want to see. So if it's to be, if it's to be, if it's to be, it's up to me. And we're going to take a moment, we're going to greet our neighbors and say hello. If it's to be, if it's to be, if it's to be, it's up to me. All together, here we go. If it's to be, if it's to be, if it's to be, it's up to me. And if I dream of peace, let me be the peace. When I start from love, I am love. And I know I can be the change I want to see. So if it's to be, if it's to be, if it's to be, it's up to me. It's up to me. It's up to me.
Wow. Nice. Oh, doesn't that feel so good? Okay, so now let's do our intentions together, okay? So first, Unity's founding principle. Together, there is only one presence and one power in my life. I'm sorry. In my universe and in my life. I'm sorry. I should have just kept going, and all right. For me, can we please do this again? Sorry. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, the source of all good. Thank you. Okay, now the vision statement, okay? Together. United in divine love and joy, we celebrate a peaceful and abundant world for all. And the Lawrence mission statement, together, we are a thriving spiritual community, sharing love, building bridges, and inspiring transformation. Okay, now some beautiful special music with Leela.
The agony of lovers burns with the fire of passion. The agony of lovers burns with the fire of passion. Lovers leave traces of where they've been. The wailing of broken hearts is the doorway to the soul.
Wow. Thank you so much. Oh, my. Wow. Okay. So today, Stephanie Barton was scheduled to speak. And as some of you know, she passed away about 6-7 weeks ago. And we had this wonderful person who wanted to just step up and step in. And so today is Becky Howlett's debut speaking for us. Let's give her a round of applause. Very grateful to you. Thank you so much. And let me tell you a little bit about Becky. So Becky Howlett is a recovering attorney. I love that. Author, legal education innovator, and certified contemplative practices teacher. She is committed to creating positive culture change in the legal profession and beyond, including promoting mindfulness strategies and destigmatizing mental health concerns. Amidst the pandemic, Becky co-founded LegalBurnout.com to help legal advocates effectively manage stress and cultivate healthy work environments. Since then, she has led mindfulness-based training for more than 11,000 legal professionals. Originating from the Dot, Becky is a proud Lawrencian where she loves to stay active, including singing, spending time in nature, and spoiling her 2 Siamese cats, Phineas and Casper. Welcome, Becky.
Thank you so much, Cindy. And I'm so glad that you acknowledged that Reverend Stephanie was originally slated to speak with us today. It feels like a great honor to be here in this position. And when we were doing the pray-in, I immediately thought of her as we were doing it. So I really think that she's here smiling down on us, and hopefully I can channel even a modicum of her wisdom and her grace today. So thank you so much for being here today. Before we begin, I just want to do a little quick experiment. Ash, if you could go to my first slide, please. So before we begin, I just want to get a little interaction, in the spirit of Reverend Stephanie, of course. So here we've got a Rorschach or an ink blot test. So let's take a few moments and please yell out, tell me what you see. And remember, there's no right or wrong answers here. Ink blot. An ink blot, yes. Who said that? Yes. Yes, my birthday twin, an ink blot. Beauty and symmetry. I love that. Okay, Clark said hips. Hips. A pelvis. A bat. Who said a bat? That's what I see. I see the bat face. Anyone else? A conductor. Ooh, I like that. A frog and 2 dogs. Okay. I see it. I see the frog. All right. Well, thank you for playing along with me. And have you ever heard that term that perception is reality? Right? And isn't that interesting that we all see, we all experience this exact same image differently based on our perception? So again, I see the bat face. And for some people, right, who like me loves bats? Okay. Who thinks they're kind of creepy? And yeah, it's about an even split, right? Again, the exact same thing, but we have a different experience of it. So today I really want to focus on the power of our thoughts, the power of our perspective to create our own reality. Now, as you may have noticed, there's a little word play going on in our title today, From Scared to Sacred. And I just want to acknowledge at the outset that personally on my spiritual journey, I've noticed that kind of the further I've gone along, I've actually started to become almost dyslexic. Like I've started transposing numbers and letters, and I've just noticed this. It's not something I struggled with in my youth. So this is very apropos to my spiritual journey. So I want to start out today by telling you a story. So I don't think many in the congregation actually realize this, but I started coming to Unity in 2019. I was actually in the Christmas choir that year. We had Kelly Hunt as our conductor. It was so fun, and I'm so excited that we're reinvigorating the choir, and Holly is going to be our director. And then, of course, the pandemic hit, right? And you may not know this, I was actually married at that time. And as you may recall, the pandemic was really make or break for many relationships. You know, the Cliff Notes version on mine broke. Okay. So I found myself moving away to Kansas City at that time, and unfortunately I stopped coming to Unity then. Well, fast forward several years later, I've gone through a divorce. I've also had a couple of intervening romantic relationships that perhaps weren't serving my highest and best self to remain in said relationships. Can anyone relate to that? Am I? Okay, just me. It's just me. I knew it. And so I actually moved back to Lawrence, and that move was really sudden. I made the decision on a Sunday night. I looked for the place on Monday. I signed the lease on Tuesday. I moved in on Thursday. That Sunday, you know where I was? I was here in Unity. Because I knew that I needed to come back to my spiritual home. I really needed some support and stability in my life. And so that's what I really came here, what I was looking for when I came here. And it just so happened that first day that I came back, there was a new member class starting. Coincidence? I don't believe in that. So before I go any further, I want to share a little further background about how I had found myself back in Lawrence this time around. So as I told you, admittedly, I've been bouncing around. I was in Lawrence, Kansas City, Omaha, Lawrence, Kansas City, back to Lawrence again. And I had just paid off my car. It was the first car I ever bought on my own. It was a 2018 Subaru Forester XT. That means it's a turbo. And, I'm a queer person, so it was a very on-brand car for me. I loved that car. And, I was coming home one night from a performance at Starlight. It was Sister Act, one of my favorite musicals from my youth. And I was driving home, and I can't even remember what that road is, but it's like a divided highway, going pretty fast. And someone decided to run a red light in front of me. So to avoid T-boning this SUV, I had to swerve off the road. And it went something like this. Ah! And I came to rest in some brambles. Fortunately, I was uninjured. Airbags didn't even deploy. I was unharmed, thank goodness. But as I said, I just paid that car off. And, at the time, I initially prayed. I said, please, universe, please. Don't let my car be totaled. Please let them fix it. And of course, I got the news from the body shop after a couple weeks. Yep, it's totaled. And so, typically cars depreciate in value, right? The longer you drive them, the less valuable they become. Well, this was an interesting time because during the pandemic, we had the supply chain shortages. There were no microchips for new cars. And so the used car market went hot, hot, hot. So I got a check for this car that I had bought almost 4 years prior, and it was, I kid you not, $500 less than the value of the new car that I had paid for several years before. So ultimately, that infusion of money gave me the cash I needed at the time to get out of a then unhealthy living situation and get my very own place, which I really desperately needed at that time for healing and growth. And, as it turned out, my car getting totaled was one of the best things that ever happened to me. It was truly such a blessing in my life. So in that new member class on my first Sunday back at Unity, several things happened. First and foremost, I met some of my ride or dies here. They're in this audience. They know who they are. And from those connections, other positive relationships came into my life, and just this beautiful support network, this system that I had so been yearning for, came into my life. And many of us in that new member class, we were there because we were struggling with something. There was some discontent in our life, something that was bringing us there. And many of us, we were in dark places, I would say. And I'll never forget, one of our cohorts said, "I need a miracle." And that just really struck me when they said it, and it was almost like they were focused externally, like, I really need God up on that cloud to just come down right now and intervene on my behalf, right? And so this really got me thinking. And slide, please, Ash. This really got me thinking, what is a miracle? I'm a word nerd, so of course I went to my favorite book, the dictionary. And I was looking up the definition. Okay. I like that second definition. Such an effect or event manifesting or considered as a work of God. So not long after that class, I was driving in my new car. It was actually a 19-year-old vehicle, my first car, which fortunately we still had access to. Very, very blessed. And I was listening to KKFI, community radio for the people. Again, we're very blessed with excellent radio stations around here. Yes, Clark knows. And I cannot remember what the name of the program was. I was just driving randomly. And the guest on the program said, "A miracle is a change in perspective." Well, I about wrecked that car. I mean, I heard it, I was just like, a miracle is a change in perspective. Oh my God. Like it was this moment of clarity, right? And I thought to the principles that we had been learning about in the Unity member class, that we are co-creators with God. We don't need this external force, right? Some outside power to come in and grant us a miracle. We can create the miracle in our own lives by shifting our perspective and by changing how we view whatever the present circumstances are that we're dealing with. And isn't that amazing? That a tiny, tiny little shift, one small change, can completely shift the meaning, right? Just like our talk title, From Scared to Sacred. And think about it, it's all the same letters. Nothing is different. It's all the same stuff. We haven't added anything new. But if we make that subtle change, just one tiny little shift, then suddenly those words, those circumstances can take on an entirely new meaning. Slide, please, Ash. And if you want to start making major changes in your life, significant shifts, I'm counseling maybe baby steps, small things. But you can even start flipping whole words around instead of just two letters. So for example, if you flip around stressed, that spells desserts. So as I was researching this, I came across this quote, and I just thought it was so apropos to the theme I had chosen. And it's from C.S. Lewis, who's the author of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, if you're not familiar. And he shares with us, miracles are a retelling in small letters of the very same story, which is written across the world in letters too large for some of us to see. Now, to me, this offers a critical lesson for our lives as co-creators. We have everything we need right here, right now. Instead of being in a state of fear, being scared of the present moment, the unknown, we have the power to shift ourselves into a different experience. Slide, please, Ash. As Rumi reminds us, the wound is the place where the light enters you. And, if those of us in the new member class, if we hadn't been experiencing hardships in our lives, would we have found our way here? I don't know. And this has truly become my spiritual home. And I realize this is a potentially controversial hot take, that the challenges, the hardships we experience in our lives, that from those are the very experiences that can afford us some of the most significant and impactful moments of growth and change in our lives. But it is a choice, right? Slide, please, Ash. From chapter 3 of the 5 Principles book, which we study in our new member class, which if you haven't taken and you're a regular member of the congregation, it's just an excellent class, opportunity to deepen your relationships with this community and your own relationship with however you want to relate to a higher power, right? God, creator, universe, unified field, whomever. But from that, author Ellen Davenport shares, consider that there is a gift in it for you. Some soul lesson or deeper understanding you could not have had otherwise. What I find empowering about this idea is that it moves me from victim to creator. It shifts the question, why did this happen to me, to why did this happen for me? What is the gift? We have the opportunity to take whatever circumstances life has given us and to look for those gifts. We can choose to be thankful, to be in a state of gratitude for whatever life is throwing our way at the moment. And we have the power to transform our suffering, our state of fear, being scared, into a sacred gift that we can share with others. So I hope that no matter what circumstances you may be presently experiencing in your life, that you make that conscious choice to look for the good in those inevitable moments of fear and to acknowledge those blessings that have flowed into your life because of those challenges. And finally, just one final thought for you. I hope you'll remember that you don't need anything to be different than it is right now to be happy, right? All it takes is a tiny shift in how we look at things, and everything can be transformed. Thank you.
Sitting on my porch, pondering life's journey, beauty and fragility, arrogance, humility run through my veins. Remembering, surrendering to a quiet mind. I am grateful. Sweet song of longing fades when the mystery is solved. What's the world yearning for? The hour lingers in the autumn moonlight. Shadows dancing all around to the pulse of life evolving. Remembering, surrendering to a quiet mind. I am grateful. Sweet song of longing fades when the mystery is solved. What's the world yearning for? It's love. Remembering, surrendering to a quiet mind.
I'm transitioning into our meditation now. And I'd invite you to close down the eyes if that's comfortable for you. You can roll the shoulders back and down, sit with a nice straight spine, and feel your feet grounding firmly into the earth here. And before we begin, let's just go ahead and take a couple deep cleansing breaths together. So go ahead now, take a deep inhale in through the nose, really fill up here. And sigh it out the mouth, release. And just sit with that for a moment. Let's go ahead and do one more deep cleansing breath together. So again, take a deep inhale in through the nose, really fill up, feel that full body expansion. And sigh it out the mouth, release, let go of any tension or stress. And I'd like you to call to mind now a small inconvenience or a frustration that you've experienced in the past week. Perhaps someone cut you off in traffic. Maybe you had a heated exchange with a loved one. Maybe there was a moment when you acted less than Christ-like. Whatever comes to mind first, just sit with that. I invite you now to think of a sacred gift, a lesson, or a blessing that has come into your life as a consequence of that quote-unquote challenge. Perhaps this difficult experience brought you an opportunity to learn or grow, to change your perspective. Or maybe you simply had an opportunity to cultivate patience or to practice extending compassion to someone. And that includes you. And if no lesson or gift comes to mind, if all you can think of is difficult or unpleasant, that's perfectly okay. It's okay for things to be hard. Above all, remember to be gentle and compassionate and meet yourself wherever you are, because you're exactly where you need to be in this moment. And now allow feelings of thankfulness, of appreciation, of gratitude for this opportunity. And allow those feelings of gratitude and thankfulness to fill you up and circulate throughout your entire being. Imprinting that feeling of what it feels like to be in a state of appreciation and attitude of gratitude. And setting an intention to carry this feeling, this attitude, this perspective into the rest of our day and our week going forward. And when you're ready, you can slowly start bringing yourself back. You can wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe rotate your wrists and ankles. And with your eyes still closed, we'll transition now into the singing portion of our meditation with Holly.
Let's take a deep breath again together. In through the nose and out. And we're just going to sing a little bit in this space of meditation here. We're just going to sing, I am love. I am love. If you want to join me with that. I am love. I am love. I am love. Those who would like, you can sing out on the Om, which is that sound of the creation in motion. We sing those vibrations and that message gets into the body, into the cells. Let's take one more breath together. I am love. Let's continue to prepare to open our eyes. And we'll enjoy some more music from Leela.
Does a leaf or a flower contemplate the hour? Does a tree regret the past? Take a lesson from the mother, be present with each other, satisfied at last. spinning thoughts of past. They're just a distant echo. Memories fade and memories go. Make this moment last and keep me dancing. Keep me dancing in this dazzling dream. Keep me dancing. Keep me dancing till the music ends. Stepping out of time, raise a glass of wine. Open my mind. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Time is swiftly moving, no rewinding here. Take a leap to be set free. Life comes down to moments, so precious and so dear. Take a leap and be, and keep me dancing. Keep me dancing in this dazzling dream. Keep me dancing. Keep me dancing till the music ends. Stepping out of time, raise a glass of wine. Open my mind. In a tale of all that is, every chapter has its end. But until then, keep me dancing. Keep me dancing in this dazzling dream. Keep me dancing. Keep me dancing till the music ends. Keep me dancing. Keep me dancing in this dazzling dream. Keep me dancing. Keep me dancing till the music ends. Stepping out of time, raise a glass of wine. Open my mind. Open my mind. Open my mind.
Okay, wow. Thank you so much for your awesome music today. And thank you so much, Becky, for that beautiful message. I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling really blessed, grateful, and I do every time I'm here. And this is our time of thanks. So if our ushers could please come forward, I'll invite you to join me as we hold our gifts to this community in our hands and love in our hearts. Let's affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and so it is. And as we're collecting the offering, let's sing again with Holly, I am the place where God shows up.
I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes live in this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sing with me, here we go. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up.
Here's our prayer of thanks. Please listen. We are grateful and we bless the flow of good that supports our unity community. We stand in the knowing that the flow of good goes forth only to return again and again, and so it is. Amen. And now for our opportunities. A special welcome to our guests today. Thank you so much for joining us. If you would like more information about Unity of Lawrence and the Unity Movement, we have welcome packets in the foyer for you. And this is a reminder, too, for us to invite a friend. You know, you can always invite a friend to come with you to services and share in this joy that we experience every week together. You never know when that invitation could be very, very critical to someone. The Lunch Bunch is meeting at Aladdin Cafe today. Everyone is welcome. Please remember open meditation is Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. And I would like to ask the YOU group to please come forward. Come on. It's okay.
All right, so I don't know if any of you guys heard, but next week, before church, before and after, we're gonna be hosting a breakfast, pancakes and sausage. If any of you would like to, come and eat. You do have to pay, but it should be.
It's actually like a $10 donation to our YOU thing, and I really like money, so.
Food is free, but if you'd like to pay or put any money.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to pay more, but. Well,
I don't know what we're gonna do.
Right now, we're resupplying our budget because we had 3 kids go to a fantastic rally. And so we're paying back that money and then raising money for more rallies and more opportunities for spiritual growth for you.
All right, but definitely stop by.
All right. So pancakes before or after, or I mean both. But you got to pay twice. I mean, if you're going twice, I'm just saying. You can double up on your dough too, right? Okay. So that's next Sunday, and this Wednesday. Are you guys meeting this Wednesday or not until the 28th, right? Okay, the 28th. So YOU is for all teens aged 14 to 18. Okay, and men and those who identify as male will continue this Thursday at 7 o'clock right here in the sanctuary. And the women and those who identify as female group will meet on Thursday, August 29th at 6:30 in the fellowship hall downstairs. We're having a themed night, Italian night. And Francesca is going to lead us in making tiramisu. Sorry, fellas. Anyway, lucky us. But we have a sign-up sheet out in the foyer because we need to know numbers and things for that. So please sign up so we know how many of you are coming. So thank you for that. The Art in the Now class continues this Friday at 6:30. Everyone is invited to learn the fundamentals of basic drawing. Please see Phil Roger if you have any questions. Phil is here. Where are you? There he is over there. Okay. Tai Chi meets on Saturdays at 1:30 right here in the sanctuary. Everyone is welcome, and there's more information in the foyer if you're interested. Please save the date. Unity's Got Talent's coming up Friday, September 13th, and there are sign-up sheets in the foyer for those who want to perform, and you can see Holly for more information or questions. Okay, well, we had a great membership class commercial that was just built right in. You probably didn't know we were doing this, but we are wanting to know who's interested in a membership class this fall. We want to know as soon as possible, so let Kathy Moreland know, let myself know, let us know. So we can see about getting those scheduled. And just as Becky reiterated too, it's a wonderful review for those of us who've been through the membership classes before. It's such a wonderful study of the 5 principles and more. So let us know if you're interested in that. We want to introduce you to Folks with Faith that meets monthly at our sister community, Unity of Overland Park. There's flyers with a QR code and information in the foyer, and this is a ministry for the LGBTQ plus community. And they do Zoom meetings and they do meetings in person in Overland Park. So please check that out for more information if you're interested. And join us next Sunday when Kelly Hunt will bring us special music and the message, Raising the Vibration. Okay? Pancakes, Kelly Hunt. I mean, it just keeps coming, people. Come back again and again and again. Yeah, okay, let's stand together and sing the peace song.